Good morning, everyone. Excuse me, this is David Mixner with another video blog. And today I want to talk about where in the hell is the Democratic leadership at of the Democratic Party and even the LGBT community leadership. Let me give you two examples. One, recently we passed a bill in the House of Representatives voted against by 193 Republicans. I voted against capping the price of insulin in America. Now, so you understand, there are about 37 million people who are diabetic in America. And the average cost of insulin, according to the Kaiser Foundation, ranges anywhere from $350 a month to $1,000 a month. This legislation would have capped it at around $35 to $40 a month. This is a huge issue for the Democratic Party. Imagine 37 million people having to put that kind of budget out on a monthly basis in order to have life-saving insulin. Now, I don't know what happened afterwards, but I don't see any ads anywhere in America touting this difference in the Democrats and the Republicans. As a person who has had co-pays in the last year of $40,000 copay, more than my rent, healthcare is a big issue. What we need in the Democratic Party is a Lincoln Project type effort. Now, for those of you who don't remember, the Lincoln Project was a group of men who used to be Republicans who got together and within 24 hours, as an issue developed, would have all over social media ads talking about the outrage committed by the Trump people. We should have had our social media saturated with ads about the cost of insulin. And the same thing goes for one of our issues in the LGBT community. Don't say gay. Now, they've gone so far that the supporters of the Don't Say Gay legislation says it stops LGBT people from grooming their children as pedophiles. They're accusing us of being pedophiles, and that's why it's necessary for the Don't Say legislation. Well, it passed Florida. And again, I didn't see any outrage across the country to the scale that we have seen before in the 1980s when we used to have to deal with Jerry Falwell, Jesse Helms, and Pat Robertson. There's an eerie silence about it. Now, I want to say that since its passage, there has been more and more people speaking out. But again, not the kind of concerted, strategic, planned campaign that would make it clear to people the impact of this kind of legislation. In the first half of 2021, now listen to this carefully, 1 out of every 4 gay LGBT Americans, teenagers, attempted suicide. 1 out of every 4 of our teenagers. And it's because of legislation like this that separates them from our society. It is a don't ask, don't tell bill for our kids and their parents. There's nothing more outrageous. And already states like Ohio, Tennessee, Texas, Georgia are planning to pass a similar legislation. Now, we can complain all we want about this happening, but we've got to organize. We've got to get our act together. The Democratic National Committee seems to have just disappeared off the map. We need a Roosevelt Project, a project that will do what the Lincoln Project do when things like Don't Say Gay and the insulin vote happens, that in 24 hours, the nation is aware of who is supporting what. So get busy, folks. Demand leadership from our community and from our fellow Americans. Democrats, embrace Franklin Roosevelt's legacy, create the Roosevelt Project, and to our wealthy friends, to those who have billions of dollars who call themselves Democrats, take a moment, and when that project is created, slap $1 billion between you in to fund that project. Otherwise, we're going to be in real trouble, folks, real trouble. And a lot of the things we have fought for as LGBT Americans, we will lose. Now, I'm going to ask you to please be sure to subscribe at the bottom. And also, I have started a Patreon account. It enables me to continue to do these video blogs, and anything you can afford on a monthly basis will enable me to survive and pay my rent. Thanks a lot. The Patreon account will be in the description below. Love you. Peace.